All right, let's just jump right in. Welcome back. If you're zeroed in on hitting that first major financial milestone, well, you are in exactly the right place. Today, we're going through a straightforward, highly effective explainer on a topic that, let's be honest, stresses a lot of us out: building a real, solid financial safety net. We're laying out the ultimate blueprint to your first $10,000. So I have to ask, what if saving that first 10 grand is actually way easier than you think? I know, that number sounds incredibly intimidating at first. Most people look at their bank accounts and feel like building up a five-figure safety net is practically impossible unless they win the lottery. But we're going to challenge that stressful mindset right out of the gate today. See, there's this massive, widespread myth out there that saving serious money requires a crazy high-paying job. But the reality, building wealth really just comes down to smart habits. Your daily behavior actually matters so much more than your baseline income. You absolutely don't need a massive salary to get started, you just need a better system. And to get us to that $10,000 goal, we're following a clear step-by-step blueprint today. We'll look at the savings myth, tracking and budgeting, cutting expenses, accelerating your income, and finally, putting the whole shebang on autopilot. All right, starting with step one, the $10,000 savings myth, and why habits beat income. Remember, you don't have to wait around for some magical promotion to start building wealth right now. Moving right into step two, track and budget your money. This right here is the absolute foundation of your savings blueprint. The source material points out a pretty harsh reality. Most people literally have no clue where their money disappears to every month. It's like a leaky bucket. And as the old saying goes, you can't improve what you don't measure. Unconscious daily spending, whether it's that $8 artisanal cold brew or some random streaming service you totally forgot to cancel, it's going to endlessly drain your account if you refuse to track it. If you aren't actively measuring where your cash is flowing, you're basically stripping away your own power to redirect it toward your goals. So once you actually know where your money is going, you need a way to organize it, right? Enter the famous 50-30-20 rule. This is just a brilliantly simple method to organize your newly tracked income into clear buckets. 50% goes to your absolute non-negotiable needs, 30% is reserved for your wants, and 20% is dedicated strictly to savings and investments. Having this mapped out visually keeps things totally clear. Now, if you are really serious about crushing that $10,000 goal faster, aggressively expanding your savings slice to 30 or even 40% is essentially the ultimate cheat code. It's just simple math, guys. The bigger you can make that savings slice, the faster you're going to hit your target. Okay, step three, cut down unnecessary expenses. This is all about playing financial defense. Playing defense means looking really closely at your tracked spending and constantly asking yourself, wait, do I actually need this? The source gives us some specific defensive tactics here. Cancel those unused subscriptions, try cooking more meals at home instead of getting delivery, and actively dodge those impulse purchases. Trimming the fat like this is exactly how you build an invisible wall around your hard-earned cash. And to really show you why this matters, let's just do a little micro math. Imagine you commit to those defensive tactics and manage to save just $10 a day. Maybe you skip the takeout lunch or pass on that afternoon premium coffee run. It feels like a tiny, almost insignificant daily sacrifice, right? But get this, that tiny $10 daily sacrifice magically compounds into over $3,600 in a single year. No way, right? But it's true. Small changes create massive results over time. You don't have to cut all the joy out of your life to be successful, but you absolutely do need to harness the compounding power of small daily choices. That brings us to step four, accelerate with more income. We play defense. Now it's time to play financial offense. Because here's the honest truth. Saving alone has limits. You can only cut so many expenses before you hit a wall. But earning more money, that accelerates your entire timeline. Think about these specific side hustle ideas: freelancing, online tutoring, selling digital products, content creation, or even just picking up some part-time work. Actively generating new income streams is how you break completely past the limitations of your current salary. Let's look at the compounding power of this offense now. Say you pick up a side hustle and manage to bring in an extra $500 a month, and crucially, you save every single penny of it. Boom, that is $6,000 after just 1 year. It's such an incredibly satisfying result, isn't it? It proves that while playing defense is totally necessary, increasing your income is often even more powerful than cutting your expenses. When you combine both of them together, your $10,000 goal suddenly starts approaching very, very fast. Finally, step 5. Put your savings on autopilot. The main objective here is simple: remove human error entirely. You've done all this hard work tracking, cutting, and earning. Now you have to protect that hard work. You've got to treat saving like a monthly bill that simply must be paid. Set up automatic transfers to a dedicated, separate savings account so it happens without you even having to lift a finger. It shouldn't be an afterthought at the end of the month. It needs to be a mandatory monthly obligation. And the psychological benefit here is just massive. When the money moves automatically out of your checking account, you're practically guaranteed not to spend it, right? Because it's not there. Automating your finances completely removes the temptation to splurge and locks in that long-term consistency you absolutely need to reach 5 figures. So let's summarize the whole blueprint really quick. 1, track your spending. 2, follow a budget, like that 50-30-20 rule. 3, reduce unnecessary expenses by playing defense. 4, increase your income by playing offense. And 5, automate those savings. Executing these 5 distinct, repeatable actions will absolutely get you to that 10 grand much faster than most people. To wrap up this explainer, I really want to leave you with a drop the mic realization from our source material. The first $10,000 is the hardest. Let that sink in for a second. It takes immense discipline to build this initial system, but once you conquer this first climb, the foundation is set, and building wealth genuinely gets so much easier from there. So here's my question for you. What small $10 habit are you going to change today to start building your first 10,000? Think about it. Thanks so much for focusing in with me today, and keep building.